Hi friends! Today I'm going to show you how to make a dot mandala using tools that you have just around the house. So I'm going to experiment a little bit here with just using a pencil eraser and a tip. We'll experiment using a paintbrush end, just any old pen. You could also maybe experiment with the other side of it. You can experiment with both sides. Glue sticks are fun and handy. They're typically kind of similar in size to a eraser end, but that's okay. Still fun to experiment with. And then there's also the larger glue sticks. They have more surface area. So try to grab a couple variety of tools that have like a flat surface like this. That's really the most important thing. And then anything with like a ball tip end works. You could also use paper clips, toothpicks. There's really a bunch of different things you can use. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with my glue stick. So you want to make sure that your paint is well mixed, and I always mix a little bit of water with my paints, because my paints, see how they're especially you can see here with the aqua that it's a little bit more goopy. So I like to add some water to it so that it's more like, and I always say this in my classes, that it's more like down in yogurt or Yoplait, and not like plain Chobani, or if you're not into yogurt, like sour cream. So I'm gonna start off, I'm just gonna get a little bit of paint on the tip of my tool, and you can see here that I just have it on the tip. It's not dripping down the edges. So I'm actually not making full contact, whether you believe it or not. I'm not actually making full contact with the paper. All right, let's see if we can make you see this. So I like to practice getting them really close together. Oops. You can always redot a dot. So, all right, you see how it's oozing out a little around the perimeter? You want your dot to be a little bigger than your tool. And you want to practice getting them really nice and close together like that. Well, it just tends to, you want to have less negative space really, because it does just do something visually that makes it that much more interesting. So practice getting them nice and close together. So when you begin your mandala, I find it's best as beginners to always start with a relatively medium-large center dot. So I'm going to choose my glue stick or my you could also use the pencil eraser as your center dot. And then you're going to choose a small tool, like your pen or the tip of your pencil, or a toothpick, or even a paper clip. You can use any of those tools to make your north. Turn this a little bit more oriented for me. South, looks like north but east. And then you're gonna do a north, or you're gonna do like northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest dots. Trying to keep everything nice and close together, nice and even. You can go around and kind of adjust your dots a little bit, maybe make them a little bit more uniform. After all, you know that, like unity is definitely one of the analogies, or one of the like part of the symbolism behind a mandala is unity, relationship, balance. And now that I did my north, south, east, west, northwest, southwest, northeast, southwest dots, and I still have since my tool is small enough and my large tool is big enough that I did in the center, I have a little bit of space here still in between those dots to do dots inside, and I like to kind of go opposite first just to keep me looking at the big picture and keeping oriented. Helps me keep space better. That little piece of paint I had, you see, you can kind of usually get lucky and can cover something like that with a dot. So now I'll go ahead and get a little bit more paint on my tool to now do another north. And it's good to count sometimes if you're confused about what's your, but I bet you that's my south. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, right there. So ideally you're not touching, but don't throw it away if it is. Doesn't mean that it's not going to be a beautiful dot mandala. Go ahead and retouch that one. Okay, now I'm going to go in with something a little bit bigger. I think that size is like the end of my pen looks like a good size. So now I'll go back in maybe with this light blue. That kind of fits nicely there. So as you see, you're going around with the same, every instance is the same color and the same size. Whatever you do, basically you can imagine this cut into pie slices. Typically I would supply a stencil for the pie slices, but you probably don't have access to one. And you can really just learn this method just exactly as I'm doing it, using north, south, east, west, and keeping balance as you start from the center and build out.